Hey there, and welcome back to Monster Train 2. We are continuing the saga. My goal today, and in general for the moment with this series, is I want to level up the things that on this profile are still living in low numbers. So I'm going to avoid anything that I've ranked at 10 and am going to prioritize anything that I have not ranked up a lot. I want to unlock everything on this account. It feels kind of crazy how a lot of the clans are actually very weak when you don't have a lot unlocked, because many of the really good cards or the synergy plays are locked behind these high-end unlocks, especially since usually each clan has a very powerful unit, a banner unit that's like a linchpin for the clan, tucked behind, unlock level 7, unlock level 8. For instance, I just hit, where is it, Wormkin 7, and we got Keeper of Echoes, which it's unreal to play Wormkin without access to one of the best units. We finally got a Keeper of Echoes unlock. Crazy to me. This is a whole archetype unto itself, and that's true of a lot of clans. If we look, oh god, I hit the daily, back out, flee, flee. Okay, if I look at the new run here, you can see that I've got a lot of stuff here that's just like, we're going to be playing Umbra, and probably I want to mix in some of the new things, right? So I want to make sure I'm also working on Railforged and Wormkin. The DLC did still recently come out, so I want to put some time into those because they're fresh and new, and I like that. So we're probably going to do like Umbra. Yeah, let's play Penumbra, why not? That seems good, and then we'll pack on Railforged. It's either that or Wormkin. I think I just did a Wormkin run though, so we'll do Railforged instead just to mix it up a bit. So that's what we're going to play. But yeah, I mean, the other thing I wanted to talk about that's just really interesting to me, I haven't given a space update in a while, but we have at this point updated the Artemis mission schedule. We have Artemis missions 2, 3, and 4 on the books. In planning. 2 is right around the corner. So, I mean, I think we have an April 1st, I believe it is, currently launch schedule. So that's extremely exciting. There's just, and I have contributed directly to this in a small way, right? I did some work on the software that's used for orbital mission planning, but also the actual orbital sort of work that's being done live on operations. So basically there is a person on the on console in the mission operation center that is using the stuff that I made in order to make sure that the spacecraft and everything is in the orbit that it's supposed to be in, to make sure it's not going to hit things, stuff like that. So it's really cool to have contributed to that. I'm very excited about it. I haven't had a chance to really talk about it recently because, a new game came out and some other things have been going on. And I've spent a little bit talking about metrics and just other stuff. But I wanted to give a space update because it's very hype, and it's something that, even though I don't get to be an astronaut or something like that, the ability to contribute to something of that magnitude in this era feels like it makes a big difference. And that's a good feeling, right? I feel like there's always it's part of what drives the motivation to even want to be involved in this industry. There's a lot of other things I could have done. I've talked a bit about like some of the other paths that I could have chosen. And so I think that's always, I'm really glad that we're finally seeing it, right? And this, to be clear, Artemis 2 is not going to have, in the proverbial speak of military and NASA, boots on the moon. What it is going to have is an orbit of the moon, and we're going to have people on the moon soon. You got to work in baby steps to get back to this. These are all new technologies. It's obviously a lot more advanced than the Apollo era was, and frankly, the Apollo era working at all is sort of a miracle. It is a lot of luck and a lot of ingenuity kind of mashed together, and we can't take those kinds of risks in the modern era, right? We can't risk something like an Apollo 13, So we have to do better, and that means that we take our time. That means that we put a lot of effort into safety. We test things a lot rigorously. We make sure our systems are reliable, and yeah. So that's why we're going to have more Artemis missions. This does put the gateway in a little bit of a limbo. I can't go into too much detail on it, but I am still hopeful that the gateway portion of this mission will come to fruition. I think it's very important for long-term goals of reaching Mars and so forth. You're going to need something external to the Earth in order to really have a hope of hitting Mars, because just based on the math of, how do you get off, how do you launch, what's required for it, the DV needed there, it's just too much in order to have a safe and sufficiently stocked mission, right? You need to be launching from a restocked position in orbit already. And then whether that's around the moon, which has its benefits, or around Earth, whatever. I think there's some options, but yeah, with a stated goal of still reaching the Mars, I think that it is going to be important that we have some kind of I don't want to call it an orbital platform, but like an orbital staging ground or something. So we'll see what comes of that. I'm still pretty hopeful. It had a really cool orbit planned. I was very excited about that. My team worked very closely on that. So anyway, some fun stuff, some fun updates. Hopefully I didn't accidentally dox myself by giving too much information on exactly what I'm doing. Oh well, and if I did, it's fine. I'm not exactly very sneaky about these things either. So whatever, it happens. Regardless, that's enough about space. Very hype, incredible work, go team, and let's play some Monster Train. Right, I've already set all this up, so go me. We're going to be playing Umbra, Railforged. Do I want default? Do I want myth or salvage? Salvage is super cool. I want to play with smelt a little more, so let's hit salvage. This seems fun. This is going to be cool. I can do all sorts of neat stuff with it. Cool. All right, let's click it. Oh, wait, I almost forgot to say it. So, hey, as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. So, incredible. Clicking the buttons. Hiya. Was originally going to do a Slay the Spire video today, but I decided against it. It's a tough call because viewership is down right now across the board, and I've talked about it recently, and I'm not going to go into too much detail about it, but I think what's happening is that people are watching Slay the Spire content creators who are dedicated to that. My Slay the Spire content's not really hitting that mark. Of course, I'm only putting up so many videos, I'm slow. It's also a really good game for streaming, so a lot of people are doing that. So just viewership on the channel, as soon as Slay the Spire 2 launched, dropped off a cliff, which is a bummer, right? It feels bad, and it makes me always question, like, am I doing something wrong? But I think the answer is just kind of keep the course, stay steady, play both games, have fun, and, people will eventually get around to watching the videos. It's fine, right? It's no big deal. Anyway, hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing all right. It's been a busy week, a little bit intense, but hopefully things will turn around at this point. And yeah, I like playing the game, so here we are. Today we are facing Savagery Seraph. Fair enough. We have Spiked Flesh Weaver. Spiked Flesh Weaver, now, Spiked guy, he has the Spikes dudes in front, and I believe he also has Curse Boys in the back, if memory serves. I think the Mormass has just a bunch of cultists, which is one thing. And then I think largely it's like Flagellants, and I think the Vanguard guys, what are they, Knights or something, on, what is it, the Corruption variant. I think there's also a couple Fiends on that combat too, misshapen Fiends that is. So I think this is the Spikes and Curse combat, so we're going to need a little bit of protection for anyone flimsy, but we have Penumbra. I'm not terribly worried about it. It's not like we're protecting, Tethys. We have Inevitability, Strix, and Hollow, so this is just the one that loops. Now, it's worth noting that the one that loops does have haste in its combat, so we'll want pings. We start with Echo of the Timefather, Antumbra Assault, Boilerplate, and Morsel Master. So Morsel Master is interesting. He's actually pretty good. Morsels have ridiculous stats in the second game, which is awesome. Antumbra Assault hits at 5, which is a much better threshold. This is so much more interesting than it used to be at 3. Also, I think it was necessary, but we also have, Boilerplate's a good pick as well, just so that we can weaponize our salvage and our forge points in general. I'm never mad to see it. It's interesting. I've seen it a lot in my openers. It's not the only thing that can spawn here, and yet it keeps showing up. Artificial Pyre Stone, Attuned Whetstone. The Pyre Stone is an excellent pickup because it could potentially prevent me from needing to take Ember, which I really appreciate. I think it's gotta be this. I really appreciate the deployment Ember. This does so much work for me. I'm gonna grab that. The Whetstone's nice, but it doesn't have immediate value. Well, I guess it does grab a boilerplate, but I don't really want to play a boilerplate like that, so whatever. What am I doing? I mean, Glutton is much better in Monster Train 2, so I think I am going to click it. I still don't like Trample Penumbra. I think they should have made him 4 space all the way through. There's really no justification for him being 6 space at the end. I just don't see it. So we're going to go Glutton. I think he's chilling in the early game, a very powerful, relentless killer. The big thing that makes it work is morsels are stronger, and he actually gets some stats in the late game, which helps. He can't just be chilling at 20 or he straight up dies. Burn off forge points. Anyway, we also have the Morsel Master open, so I think that this is just kind of bonkers. We will continue to play everything out. All good. Great. Show me the goods. Cool. I'm going to fish for a damaging morsel if I can. Yikes. Unfortunately, none today. That's fine. We will just play out everything else, continue. We get a ton of Ember from this. We miss some damage, unfortunately. It's fine. I don't really have much of a choice. We take 6 for it. No damaging morsels. Sad. I get salvage on Vengeful Shard. Fantastic. We're going to hit the Antumber morsel and back. Right. There's really no reason. I'm going to fish. What do we get? You know, it's not bad, but it's not what I want. Anyway, these morsels are so durable, you just tank with them, right? It's like it's fine. You just kind of chill. It's all good. Now, there's really no reason to delay on this. We don't generate a lot of forge points, so we can just kind of drop stuff in when we see it. Sure, 1 forge point, I guess. Fair enough. I could have frozen it, but we have another one, and I'm not generating a lot, so... This trial sadly pushes a lot of damage to me, which is a bummer, but that's totally fine. I hit this guy in top here. A minor. Show me a damage morsel. Okay, 6 damage, 12. This does get the kill in top, which is incredible work. I may as well buff up middle. Fair enough. I'll play a Spear Steward bottom. Get it out of there. Cool. This should be enough to kill this next floor friend, which is great news. Look how much damage we push here, right? It's just absolutely huge. On the bottom, 144. Alright, let's pop the guy in back to prevent the healing. I'm going to go ahead and salvage a salvage. And salvage a Shade Splitter. I'd like to hit the other boilerplate here. There's pretty much no way I lose if I just put a bazillion stats on this guy. So we are chilling. We're over the point where he's killing everyone, so kind of whatever. We do so much damage downstairs that I have very little fear, even with his heal. Only damage that came in was to the trial. Okay, so this will be the boilerplate turn of Destiny. We like to see it. We do plenty of damage. So what I will do here is then Forge points. We'll put it on our friend there. Great news. We'll just play out some morsels. Sure, why not? He pushes, random Train Steward pushes 122. Chillin'. Just press end turn now. No sense greeting for anything. We do. I mean, I'll play a morsel, but it does not matter. Sure. Crushed. Okay. Only damage taken was to that trial, which I do think is helpful, so. I'm also a big fan of Perils of Production. I'm one of those people who I see this and I think it is still just correct to click it. Because this can become a whole archetype, right? You just go and you find a holdover somewhere and suddenly Perils of Production, Furnace Tap, and Void Binding have become your whole run. But if you skip it, you lose that ability. So we take these, right? Steel Pulley Claw is disgusting. I would love nothing more than to take this here. Absolutely. How have I not mastered this here? I guess I've never seen it in a particular account or whatever. I don't know. Bonkers. Magic Shop would be good here. I don't actually feel like I need like unit upgrades because what? I just have a Morsel Master, and I think I would like to find something like a Crucible Steward more than an Umbra banner. So we will go left. Plus, hitting holdover here is just nuts. Great, we hit holdover on perils. We're on lock. Amazing. The Railforged banner says, Steel Steward. I'll tell you what, Conductor Steward is probably really good here. If we can find a tiny stone, we'll take space. Holdover perils does mean that I really don't need to take Ember, but I do want to look for a spell chain. Conductor Steward might be it. Steel Steward is nice, but I'd rather... I mean, the cool thing about the rally here is this can buff the morsel stats, which only really matters because it makes them better tanks for Penumbra, which I'm actually super down with. I'll grab him. I think he's good. Permafrost, -1. I wish there were a... I wish there were a spell chain off the top. I can't afford to reroll on this, but that's going to have to be alright. I should take a -1 somewhere. It's good to do it. Should I? Steel shop. Arm shot potentially. A void binding would be pretty cool here. I think we're okay, but I think taking a -1 is still smart. Because I have Gorging, I'm just going to toss this in Shade Splitter. I think it's wise to take those kinds of things when you can. We're going to move on from here. Try to save cash a little bit. Titan Skin 1 doesn't frighten me. We do have Haste. I'll need to think about it. Titan Skin 1 should be okay. I can easily overping those. It's fine. Right, now the interesting thing is what I have to do is I play Morsel Master here. I'm going to put Conductor Steward middle, and then we're going to try to drag the Conductor Steward up with Pulley Claw, right? I will salvage the Vengeful Shard. I'm going to ping out the... Ooh, pinging the Haste guy is always such a risk. I'm going to ping the mid guy here. Great, we'll take the damage scaling on this one. And I am going to yoink Morsel Friend up. Am I? I think I can just yoink the Flautist up here and get rid of him. That's fine. I'm going to chill on this. You may ask why. Because every turn that I keep the Morsel Master open here, and if I don't need the Conductor, then I benefit strongly from... Yeah, if I don't need the Conductor, I benefit very strongly from... Yeah, here we go. Being able to play the morsels together like this for the double up. So this is what, 56? This is enough to kill the middle dude, which is important because it gets me the Collector here, which I really appreciate. Yes, I can't play the Spear Steward, but that's fine. We get the Collector. And see, this next turn is the moment where you might consider dragging up the Train Whistle Buddy. It's fine to me, right? I can also freeze something if it comes down to it, but we'll see. We clear most of this floor. I am going to go ahead and salvage the Calcified Ember here. Incredible work. We're going to take a Shade Splitter on this one, put down the morsels, and then I will drag the Conductor Steward up now. And let's see. There's very few reasons not to just click the attack here and save all the health, right? We absolutely should put these 5 into one of these. So let's do it, right? Yes, we'll play it. Cool. I'm actually going to go ahead and freeze the other boilerplate in case I hit something that lets me do it, right? Cool. I get holdover here, which is fine. I guess I am just going to take this kind of thing. I think I should Antumbra Assault down below. It's important. I will drag up the morsel here. Very cool. I'm going to go ahead and salvage the Shade Splitter that I'm not using. I will buff in the back. I guess I'll scale in middle because you might as well. Door. We clear upstairs. All good. Downstairs doesn't do great. Guy on middle might do okay, right? He seems like he does 75 here, so I should really be putting these stats in front because this guy in back is just going to perish to Conductor Steward, or rather to the spikes, but that's fine. Let's salvage the Spear Steward, or rather... Yeah, we'll salvage this. Then I take Shade Splitter on middle, and I'm going to actually stab it. Take both of these morsels middle. I will drag up the attack morsel here, get some scaling off of it. This gives him a few extra hits, which we like. And then whatever happens, I'm going to pop the... I salvage everything here, and we put the rest of these forge points into the boiler plate. Great news. Then we can click on Conductor Steward, which comes pretty close to just auto-winning the combat, though we lose, of course, our Morsel Master, who does not have enough stats to survive. Fine. Space Prism's a tough card, right? It's a tough card because it's space on the wrong turn, right? It's space on the wrong turn. Mind Collapse got so much better in the DLC because it now can target any unit. I think this actually might have been Lost Arsenal. I can't remember the patch when this happened, but being able to slay your own morsels, if you put a +10 on this to gain 2 Ember, is surprisingly efficient, right? To the extent that it's just actually really good to have this card if you need it. Now, we already have pings, so I think I might be okay. The extra calcified ember does result in further salvage value, however. Now, Space Prism is interesting, because if I can get a tiny stone on Conductor Steward and I play the Space Prism, I may not need to take space. But I might want to take space anyway. I definitely want draw at some point to hit this Perils sooner, but it's interesting. Space Prism's a weird card here. It's not bad. There is a permutation of this run where it's good, and it's a pretty low opportunity cost, so I'll just grab it. Hard to say no to Weldling here, right? Hard to say no to him. Such a good unit. Hammerfall is legit, unironically. It's got that stat increase that we like. It's flexible, deals damage, so it's a little inefficient in both, but it's honestly fine. The damage is 15x, which is better than I would have expected. Compare that to Mind Collapse, right? Funny enough. Anyway, I'm going to grab Weldling. I think it's correct. It's likely to keep Penumbra alive longer, but it also synergizes with other stuff that we could end up on. I also don't hate calcified embers in a smelt run, so checking out the steel shop, I think. Titanite. Ooh, it's interesting. Endless? It's in the Railforged banner. Spike Driver Colony. Are you a good unit? I don't think this is a good unit. Because, the craft is not awful. It's hard to say no to this because I have the Deployment Ember. I could just drop him on a random floor. There is also a Titanite in the shop, which makes Steel Steward attractive. The thing that you have to watch out for is we don't have damage scaling for a backline unit. Perils is not enough. I would need Spell Chain and a couple copies of this, and then a bunch of multi-strike. There's just so many requirements. So I'm thinking a Gorger is probably it. It could be in on Penumbra, and then the problem is going to be find Trample Stone, right? But I think we don't purchase the Titanite, and we try Spike Driver Factory. At worst, he creates chump blockers. He's cheaper than Steel Steward, which I think is relevant. All right, I'll grab him. It could be worse. I think we need to put health on Weldling. He simply must not die. Pretty important. We are fighting Savagery, so quick will be relevant, or some means of killing backlines fast. Conductor Steward probably needs health, but I'm thinking he could also be a multi-strike Smidgestone friend, so we need to keep those slots open. Put the health here, I think it's correct. Burst 2, no thanks. I'm not going to invest in Titanite because it hurts my other stuff. We spin here. Oh, everything I don't want. Dualism, Large Stone. Large Stone is not ideal. I will put a +14 on Weldling here. Oh, I'm not happy about that. That's a terrible steel shop. There were two things I could have used. Purify a unit or gain Beacon's Light. I mean, it's going to be Beacon's Light here, right? This is potentially an answer to Savagery as well as a lot of other stuff. And Purified Essence, I mean, I could throw that on a Train Steward, but it's far less impactful overall. We take Beacon's Light, and we're going to go to magic shops already. You know, spell chains are good, things like that. If I can find ways to make this cheaper, or simply just hit it every turn with perils, I'm fine. Okay, that's good. It's not a great setup overall. We did pretty poorly on this shop, in truth. I feel like seeing this, I would have preferred the arms shop. I think we would have had more consistent value. I could have deployed the steel pulley claw. I was really banking on literally anything there. A smidge stone would have enabled a much more clean setup on top, which could have affected our boss relic, which was the main driver for it. So I'm pretty bummed by that roll. Yeah, I don't think we lose here, but I do think it is not great. Okay, fair enough. So here's the deal. Forge points off. It's Penumbra, it's Morsel Master, and then we're going to go, I guess, Spike Driver Colony. I kind of want him to chill on his own floor, so let's Conductor Steward middle. Can't play the other Shield Steward right now. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so here's a thought. Man, he does so much damage here, it's rough. So what we have to do is I need to ping downstairs. I'm going to go for HP up top, right? We do it this way. I'm going to buff the damage that Penumbra does here. I think it's relevant. I'm going to salvage the Vengeful Shard. I'm then going to, I guess, click the Spike Driver Colony. We'll see what we hit. I mean, 11 by 3 is better than 1 by 4, so fair enough. We'll click it. We'll just sacrifice this thing, because it will kill itself immediately, right? Totally. Do I just... I think I actually put the Weldling down and we generate armor downstairs, and that's fine. I don't have space for this morsel, but it's also not what I'm going to want to permafrost, so that's okay. Door, we clear bottom, fine. Continue scaling. Shade Splitter is necessary. Great, we get some stats up top, fair enough. This is probably my echo of the Time Father. And we kinda just chill, right? Yeah. Okay, I don't like this, but I guess downstairs is staying mostly among the living. Alright, we get a Calcified Ember, great hit. I'm just gonna go ahead and blast that. I'm gonna go ahead and salvage the Chime of Despair here. We'll play Shade Splitter. I'm gonna buff upstairs. Put the armor in on middle. Hitting the Conductor Steward mid does do a chunk of work and keeps that mid guy alive. Also creates a Spike Friend. That's cool. I'm going to go ahead and play the 5 into Penumbra here. I think it is worth it. Gives him a lot of armor to work with, and he will start killing things right away. These boilerplates are going to be just fine. They're not going to be exceptional on this run. They're going to be acceptable. What is this? Burst 2, but he gets a truckload of stats? Oh, but he's big. He's big. I can't afford big man, so I'll just put him down on mid, and I think he kills a dude and then dies, and that's going to be okay. Good job, bud. Alright, fair enough. I killed the guy in front. Incredible news. Alright, top floor is up. Wonderful. I continue playing. I do get the salvage into Purify, the Calcified Ember here. I get a ping on middle, which I think is very important. I also get the Sentry, the Steel Pulley Claw, which is necessary. We're going to drop in the Excavator. I'm going to yank up and save Conductor Steward here. True. I guess there's no... I mean, the thing is, this morsel is going to die, so kind of whatever, but sure, he attacks, I guess. It's fine. Alright, sure, why not? Fair enough, we're doing it. The top floor is a little dicey, but we're okay. Shade Splitter here is tricky. I need to be... It's tough. I think I need to play... I don't know, it's rough. I mean, we eat dirt upstairs? Really? Okay, I can get out by yanking Weldling upstairs and then playing the boilerplate on it. Really 1 damage shy? Oof. I mean, I'll take the boom. That's good. We're going to play that middle, and he's just going to self-destruct. 1 damage shy. I take, what is this? 30 damage to the Pyre. Man, I was so close. Unfortunately, not having trample on Penumbra is spicy. And we're not going to have this problem on the next couple floors. This fleshling caused me a big concern. I wish I could have... There was an out, right? Dang, there was an out. I could have avoided this by playing the boom guy and dragging him up and then blasting the fleshling, and then we kill it. We saved literally 30 Pyre health. Okay, so that is my fault. I don't lose from this, but I do take way more damage than anyone wants here. I'm committing to this, right? I am committing to this. We're probably going to have to... yank this shield steward up and then just play a bunch of things. We're saving the steward attack for another turn, pretty much. I need this next turn, I think, has to be it, right? I need to kill the guy in front. Yeah, no real choice on this one. I guess putting the damage in the back does increase my overall value, which is not bad. I can yank an enemy upstairs. I think we click the conductor steward here, right? I think we do. So we're going to yoink. What is it? 1. Then we hit here. So I think what we yank is we yank the curse friend, and then we click everything else, and we clear it out, and we're okay. Yes. Alright, we're doing okay. We don't lose, but to be clear, it's also not great. I'm going to play the Vengeful Shard because we do have lethal here, and I don't need to do anything fancy. But it's closer than anyone wanted. I definitely could have saved 30 Pyre health here, which is a bummer, but that's okay. It's fine. We play it the way we play it. Furnace Tap is a solution. Sentry Turret's also a solution, to be clear with you. I could just take space, put that upstairs. Buff it. Oh man, isn't it actually cracked here? Hold up. It is really good, and I could use perils on it. Right? Isn't this awesome? Can we take space? Furnace Tap is obviously excellent, though, right? But, man, I think Sentry Turret might answer more problems that the run has. Because enemies move, and I can yank them up and just murder them, and I literally have the Pulley Claw, which synergizes with this. I think it's Sentry Turret. Man, that's crazy. Fire Steward. If I could get that to heal my... anything, it would be cool. Salvage Machine's kind of neat. You could drag them up on the floor. Part of the challenge is going to be actually generating and getting morsels on the floor at some point. Because, you know, reasons. Huh. There's a potential world where I play... Salvage machine behind... Actually, I take salvage machine and stick it behind this weird spike driver floor. You know, actually, yeah, okay, fair enough. And we take space here. I think space is going to answer a lot. Even though I can assemble a floor, I need to be able to play morsels a little more aggressively. And I need to not be waiting for the deployable thing. I think it's space. And then we'll take draw a second, of course. We go left here, for sure. One, I need the Pyre health. We're going to upgrade on this. Architect's not bad, but we're going to go in on Glutton here. I need this guy to scale. He seems like he's going to be an important part of my run. We hit Spell Chain. It's huge, right? It's huge. We love this. Holy Stone would be pretty sick, right? Morsel Maker. Is Morsel Maker just objectively better than Morsel Master here? Hold up. Don't I just take them both? Then I don't really care. How much Ember am I spending here, right? It's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. Hell yeah. All right. No, I'm taking Morsel Maker, actually. This is awesome because I can just put them on the floor and it's good. Now, I'm going to put a +10 on Umbra Assault. This matters. I'm going to re-roll because if I hit hold, as much as I want a Holy Stone, the Beacon's Light, it is secondary to getting holdover on it, I think. Is there a -2 consume target? No. Fine. Whatever. Spin it. We do not see that. That's okay. I have other options. I could permafrost it. What's coming up? Steel Shop will be good here. I think the magic shop on 6 is important. Yeah, so I'm going to be seeing other magic shops. So let's chill, right? We will chill. I don't care if it costs 3 as part of the thing. I have Spell Chain whatever the heck. Let's just make the Umbra Assault a little better here. There's no reason not to. It's worth the investment. I'm also going to cut a Shield Steward because playing everything out is now functionally impossible, and we move on. Okay, we got to improve a little bit. Mark of Invasion is doable. It's scary, but I need money. It's scary, but I need money. Okay. We have some interesting options. I could play Spike Driver on a rando floor here. So it's going to be Spike Driver, Salvage Machine middle. They're kind of just chilling. I think Penumbra does live upstairs. And we're going to drop in both Morsel Master and Morsel Maker. There's a world I sack the Conductor Steward here, which is interesting. Put him upstairs and then force him to swing and he kills himself with, you know, corruption. And that's, I guess, fine. I should have played him first. I forget about his rally trigger sometimes. But I also wasn't sure where I want to put him, so I will do this middle here, I think. Right, I wanted to do this because I think we can... Yeah, they attack into this. It's not ideal, but it's acceptable. We're going to salvage the Shield Steward here. Mid-floor, I think... Oh, what? This is actually kind of cool. Strike, apply armor, 4 to the front end of the unit. Now, that's something. Alright, sure. We'll play that middle. As weird as this is, watch what happens here. Yeah, he rallies up and swings and kills everything. We're going to create the scrap metal upstairs. There is no reason to hold on to it, I suppose. True. True. I could make the Conductor Steward just attack here, make them all swing, and this is pretty good, right? Yeah, fair enough. May as well swing. Everyone attacks. Great news. We get some armor. Sure. I'm a little concerned, right? But we'll be fine. I do think we need to handle second unit on the floor, so let's put the rage into Morsel Maker here and chill. Now, we're taking a lot of corruption, which I don't love, but it will have to do. Okay, I need to play buffs, middle, yes. I think we're freezing this turn because I need to hold on to this Weldling. Okay. All right, I'm going to... Morsels are just coming from elsewhere right now. The stacks are coming from the Morsel Maker friends. So most of this I don't care about. I am going to just ping middle here, however. Oh man, if I had been smart, I would have... Huh. I would have froze these guys. Wait. All non-blight and non-scourge cards. Man, I forgot. That doesn't work on them. Bummer. I didn't even consider... I misplayed this turn. I should have held on to these guys. I don't think it's wrong necessarily. I'm going to sack the jeweler at least, but even though it does add damage here, but it's fine. Unfortunate, I forgot that this doesn't freeze everything, which is good because you don't want to lock down... What are they? Curse friends, but... You know, the Vengeful Shards accidentally, but... Still. Okay. Beacon's Light is very good here. We're clicking it. Good. We like that. Amazing. I get the ability to ping something out, which I should do. Right? We're just going to ping for cash upstairs. I think that's correct. I may as well stack stuff downstairs, right? And then I guess I'll play the Weldling here. Because he may as well stack on himself. This works. And then we'll take a Spike Driver Colony. Extinguish Forge 2 or Burst 3. Interesting. Well, I'll take the Extinguish when he inevitably dies on bottom floor. We're fine with it, right? Okay. Seems okay. We get some scaling downstairs. I should eventually see something that helps with this problem. I'm okay with it. We are doing all right upstairs, which is cool. Let's go ahead and forge points in on, first of all, salvage the calcified ember. We're going to click the salvage machine now. Mid-floor is collapsing. We hate to see it. Tell them to attack, I guess. It's fine. We did our best. This is for sure a boilerplate turn. I'm going to play it into the Morsel Maker because we have corruption eating away in middle, or in front rather. This will help him just murder things. Great. And we chill on the rest of this. I don't have any other forge points for the boilerplate, so we're okay. Fine. Okay. Sure. Mid-floor kind of falls apart. Not great, but that's okay. My goal is eventually... Yeah, okay, great. Eventually, we see the Steel Pulley Claw. Ah. But the floor is full. Right. So, I almost forgot the 7 limit here. I see. Okay, well, that's a bummer, right? That is a bummer. I'm gonna try to keep the... If I can keep Salvage Machine alive... Yeah, if we can keep Salvage Machine alive, I think we cook a little bit and we're okay. Yeah, I guess I play 2 floors, huh? I can drag him middle and he will actually go mid, which is kind of a fun interaction, right? So if we drag... Oh, I thought it moved through floors. It doesn't even let me click him. Oh, fascinating. All right, well, fair enough, you know? That's Monster Train, I guess. Space Prism has become useless. Cool. Okay, well, fair enough. Heck. Let's, I guess, buff in front. Sure, he eats it. It's fine. We'll salvage the scrap metal here. That's okay. If I see the other thing, we will be fine. There's a strong argument. How many hits are coming in? He punches. We have a punch, 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 punch. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I could pull up another enemy and it's fine and we kill it. Yeah, okay, that's worth it because we prevent Ajax from having too much stuff on our floor, which is fine. Unfortunately, rip my friends downstairs. Rip my sentry turret that I never drew at the opportune moment. So, fair enough. This is not ideal. We're going to drag up the guy in the back here. Whatever, just kill him, I guess. It's fine. I am going to play out stuff and things middle because you might as well. We can pull some various attacks, I suppose. I'll hold on to the scrap metal and then we'll just swing here and do anything we can. We obviously win the combat. It's just a matter of... Yeah, it's tough. Okay, we at least drew pretty well here, which is worthwhile. I can go ahead and salvage the scrap metal, and then we can buff this one by a lot, which is worth it. And we save any further damage. Okay, I mean, we're out. It's fine. We have a tall enough floor. I need Trample Stone or Furnace Tap again. Yeah. Stack Cannibalize, Forever Consumed. Forever Consumed does 80x, which we are generating a lot of excess Ember. This is actually pretty good here. I'm going to grab that. 80x is solid. Machinist's Tome is very attractive. Burst actually is way better. This is pseudo Furnace Tap. Yeah. I'm drafting too much trash, unfortunately. I do think I need to go to the removals. The steel shop has value here. Yeah, okay, fair enough. See what we hit. Quick, Titanite. Interesting, interesting. Umbra Banner says, I don't want the Crucible, friends. We've got Gorge Penumbra. The removals here are Shield Steward, because no way. And... honestly, a Spear Steward, it's just a hard thing to play. I'm kind of feeling like, if I'm being honest with you, I feel like Morsel Master on the floor is incorrect because I think the other units being pulled up is more impactful. So that's an interesting thought. Burst 2, is there anything that really benefits from this? No. Quick, I mean, Sentry Turret already kind of has quick. Kind of. Is Titanite a real choice? Titanite on Spike Driver Colony does make him a serviceable tank, which I think is potentially relevant. Sure. I can also afford this. I think having a beefy guy is fine. We'll spin here. Smidge is acceptable, right? It's acceptable. We take this. I'm going to go ahead and buy that, and I think we buy Damage Shield 3 for... him? It's either him or Morsel Maker, right? Morsel Maker needs to live too. The real question is, one of these dudes is probably going to get a multi-strike if I see it. It's coming up. There is a steel shop with Pyre Remains at 8. It's the last one. If I see a multi-strike. I think we should get defense on Morsel Maker. You know, if we could see another steel shop, great. But I might end up needing the dupe on Magic Shop on 8. We'll see. Either way, I think it's going to be most important I find a way to keep Morsel Master from immediately dying. And then we can put a Pyre Armor or something on him, right? We have these boilerplates that are pretty beefy. Those are good. So, we'll spread the love here. If I get overstacks, they're going in, something else, I guess. Actually, I want to prepare for a potential overstack. Let's be real. There's going to be alcoves in the path. I mean, actually, the only alcove I think I could go to, I'm actually missing. Arm shop is really high value, though. But I think it's got to be magic shop, right? We got to hit that holdover. It's going to be double magics here. All right, yeah. So with that in mind, I'm not actually even seeing an overstack here ever. There are no other events in path. So there is no reason to overstack, so spread the love. Cool. Okay, fine. Great. We did a good job here. We upgraded. We move on. I think we've got a good plan here. Multi-strike. This is a scary setup. It's actually not that offensive of a boss. Quoto. I can take this. We're going to need to keep our boy alive, but at least he's not eating corruption damage. We can generate a better floor for him, too. So, first things first, I actually think Conductor Steward now lives on floor. Very cool. Then Penumbra jams out. Then Morsel Maker. Now, Morsel Maker says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can fit a couple more units up here. Very cool. I'm going to Spike Driver middle. And I get to play everything else middle as well. Cool. Let's salvage the Ember here. I can take Shade Splitter. I'm gonna... nothing really to shoot upstairs. I do think there's a lot of value in self-pinging, so I'm gonna play the Magma Morsel middle. Actually, give ourselves that salvage machine thing. Play the Magma Morsel and then shoot it, because we get forge points for it. And then I can play everything up top. And we just send this front guy to the Shadow Realm immediately. And that's good. I like that. Alright, cool. I may as well click the factory, see what we hit. Yeah, Explosion is incredible, actually. We can just drop him on the floor and then blow him up next turn. Incredible, actually. Cool. Good. Blow him up immediately. Fantastic. We're going to go ahead and... salvage the scrap metal here because it generates enough ember that I can do full throttle, right? And then I can play the Vengeful Shard and I can put forge points into the boilerplate, which is solid. Yes, we have one more. There's no reason to delay here, I don't think. 84 armor is great, to be clear. It's pretty awesome. I'm going to put it in front. And I'm going to freeze the Beacon's Light for an important turn. I think this is pretty critical, yes. We still have the ability up top. Very cool. This may be my Beacon's Light, if only to kill the Collector, potentially. The prospective Collector play. So, alright, we're going to still Perils on Morsel Maker here. I quite like that. I'll take the Shade Splitter. I will look at the Spike Driver that generates. Spike Driver buddy is able to... Sure, man, you can build 12 armor. Fair enough, right? Fair enough. Mid-floor is probably getting... Yeah, so we'll put Rubble Morsel down middle and face tank it. I realize that feels a little weird, but it's okay. We'll play out this other stuff. We save the Beacon's Light. We're okay with it. Sure. Next turn, I'm going to hit the Conductor Steward. Good. Do I have to... There's a chance I roll Antumbra Assault or Steel Polyclaw, right? It's worth it, I think. It's worth it. Yeah, it's worth doing. Unfortunately, the boilerplate I have to redraw later. I don't have any forge points here, or else I would do it. That's okay. Alright, there's a chance I hit something really dope here and we get it. We actually do get it, which is, let's be real, awesome. So that's cool. Very good. I continue the Perils of Production angle. I'm going to hit that Conductor Steward up top. Very cool. Just blast this in the next world. Good stuff. Mid-floor will create the scrap metal. I'll just go ahead and salvage that right away for value. I am going to prioritize dollar bills downstairs. Very cool. I will take health. I mean, we have armor, so I'll take health. Yeah, fair enough. Morsels. I'm going to sacrifice morsels middle. Fine. And I guess play this sentry turret. Unfortunately, this is kind of janking it together. I need to draw cards pretty bad. We are generating forge points at least. That's neat. We like that. Cool. So the way this has to work now is... Oh, the boom is pretty fun. That actually changes this math quite a bit. We drop him upstairs and then just sack him to kill this guy. And now suddenly we can play what we wanted. I was going to do Pulley Claw downstairs and start pulling enemies back, but I think we actually get what we want here, which is very cool. Let's see, 172 kills, ping, 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 it's fine. I think we can just Pulley Claw up top then, and I can actually yank my friends onto the floor, which is very cool, right? If I have a friend to yank, anyway. I might get more value pulling Salvage Machine upstairs, right? It's interesting. I think it's true, actually. So we will grab here. There you go. Salvage Machine now generates some value. Do I want all these calcified embers in this deck? I think we're at the point where I actually would like to cut some of these, especially with this Salvage Machine generating value. Let's just burn one of these out of the deck. I think getting a smaller deck is value, so we'll do it. Eventually our mid-floor will collapse, which is unfortunate, but true. Okay, so first things first here. I need to... Where is the boilerplate? Am I going to see the boilerplate? I don't think I'm going to see the boilerplate. So what I'm going to do, first of all, is I'm going to salvage the Shade Splitter here. I kind of don't need to do anything too fancy. I was thinking of dropping Forge Points into this Weldling. I think we win anyway. So I will just drop Weldling mid-floor, right? Yeah, and then pull him upstairs. And then we can double dip on our value by giving him the Perils of Production now, which is pretty cool. He generates more armor now, which is great. Very cool. All right, remember, everything has like a bazillion D multi-strike, so we are suffering a little bit here, but it's fine. We buff in the back. It's good, well worth it. Vengeful Shard exists, right? I can swing here. Doesn't really matter, right? 241, then we go ping ping, and then the back attacks. It's actually interesting. I haven't used the burst in the back couple guys yet, so that's sort of fun. There's no reason to go in on this, right? I don't think there's any reason to go in. I'll grab the Salvage Machine scrap metal at least. We'll see. I almost don't know if I need the calcified embers anymore, but yeah, it's interesting. We'll see. No reason to do anything too fancy here. We do a little bit of damage. Fun, right? Very cool. I guess we can save some damage upstairs by just pinging this, right? May as well. Sure. Maybe I can kill a guy? We almost kill that guy. Do I want to cut this calcified ember? I think I do. We actually need to draw a little faster, so I can cut some of these. We have the Salvage Machine now, so I'm not as pressed about this, I think. Yeah. We make some progress through this guy. We almost kill him. That's fine. Bummer. Didn't draw it. That's okay. It's fine. We just go ahead and click Conductor Steward immediately, and we're just super okay, and whatever the rest of this doesn't matter, actually, right? Great. Stab him or something. Alright, we're out. Fair. Okay, so I'm looking for solutions to, oh no, I don't hit enough. That's pretty much it. Trample Stone. Yeah, okay. Well, that's a solution. So now we can superpower your boy in front and we chill. Cool. Car Collapse? I mean, that just kills the floor. It just kills the floor and it weaponizes my Heaven's Light. Trap Shoot's not bad. I'm gonna Car Collapse here for sure. Yeah. Now I'm going to the magic shop. There are a lot of hits I would like here. Holy Stone. And then also Holdover would both be good. Upgrading Forever Consumed is great. Full Throttle being cheaper is great. There's just all sorts of good cards. Plus the removals and the cash. Yeah, alright, fair enough. Easy. I can make something super cheapo by paying a little extra. Where are my dupes? Dupe 1, dupe 2. We could solve the problem of not having holdover by simply making like 3 of these things, which is very viable, by the way. Extremely viable. What else is here? Removals. These should be relatively easy. I could actually cut Morsel Master. He's not doing a lot here. One of them is Spear Steward. He's slowing me down. That's for sure. Sentry Turret's not doing what I want. Maybe I can hit a Prism Retrieval and he feels decent. He's not the worst for an eventual salvage, but he's not really adding a lot of value. I might cut Shade Splitters. I need to draw more rapidly is sort of the emerging concern, especially with a holdover on Apparels. So Winged Steel, draw Relic here could be good. Or removing aggressively. I'm going to go ahead and drop a Shade Splitter here. I think I actually prefer the Sentry Turret a little bit more. Yeah, alright. For the moment, he lives. He might go. So I'm thinking about -2 remove consume here, but I think we're just going to put it on full throttle because this is a card I'm happy to do that with. Right? We could also Car Collapse, remove Consume, and then hold it over for 30, but I think the burst is better here. 20 in Consume, a Permafrost? What would you Permafrost? You could Permafrost the Car Collapse, potentially. Maybe the Forever Consumed. I mean, it adds 80 damage. I don't hate that. Save it for a heavy you need to absolutely send to the Shadow Realm. It's honestly pretty decent. I have the money here. What's coming up? Magic Shop again? If it depends on this reroll, right? Alright, sure. Forever Consumed. Get a buff. Reroll. Intrinsic Spell Chain. Intrinsic Spell Chain. Intrinsic on Umbra Stone is very attractive. Spell Chain on Forever Consumed is just an extra 80 damage, which I think is unattractive. I could just put a -1 on it to get the same effect. Intrinsic... Huh. Trample Stone is very nice. We like that. It's true. These are good, and I'm buying them. It's just a matter of what to purchase. Spell Chain, Car Collapse can potentially kill some guys on multiple floors. A +10 makes it do 40, which is not enough for assassins. True. It's not enough for assassins unless you actually have more than one space. I guess you could Space Prism a floor after having Car Collapsed it, as funny as that is. Do I spend any of these upgrades on Beacon's Light? We didn't get a double stack, which I would have taken here, or a Holy Stone, which I would have taken here, or a holdover. So I think we are going to another magic shop coming up. Which means I need to cash in, make a bunch of money if possible. So buying everything here does prevent some value later. I think we need to intrinsic the Umbra Stone or we're throwing, if I'm being honest with you. This has to be on turn 1 or it's over. Like, I need this card badly. Okay, fine. It is an answer to a major problem. I also think Forever Consumed is just really good, and we can use this to absolutely kill a gladiator or something, which I'm cool with. So, great, I'll buy that. The plus 10 here probably goes into Antumbra Assault. I think we do need that. I'm not going to purchase the Spell Chain. I know that sounds crazy, but I think we are better off saving the $110 here for hopefully an improved magic shop. Now, we are also suffering from not really having good equipment. Like a Void Armament does a lot of work here, but... or Herschel's Hammer or something. You know, there's a lot of really good hits at this armory, and we get money, and duping is pretty cool, right? Duping the full throttle is multi-strike, right? So there's a lot of value going to the right and then just going to the magic shop at the end, right? We'll see. We're going to go on Strix Hollow. I don't think I'm as afraid of these guys as we could be. And then we get draw after this, which will help a lot. Okay, let's see. First things first, remember to play the Conductor Steward first because rally triggers are important. I will take my +5/+5. Thank you very much. Morsel Master will land. I could just salvage machine upstairs, right? Pretty cool. This is the floor that is killing enemies. That sure is true. I think it's correct. All right, we'll play Spike Driver, Morsel Master downstairs. That's fine. Really no reason not to do something like that. Let's go ahead and hit that salvage machine button. What does this guy have? Resolve after combat. Great, fine. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and salvage. I have double salvage here. One gets rid of scrap metal. One gets rid of the Vengeful Shard. Fantastic. I get the Shade Splitter. I'm going to go ahead and Trample Stone in on Front Friend here. Which of my boilerplates? I have a 52 and a 60 here. I could freeze this, actually, right? Let's see what the Spider Colony says. Extinguish, Forge 2. Or I could take the big guy. Big guy that swings. What's this? Loop. Oh yeah, you get hit for 10, but you're gaining 100 because of reasons. So this is Resolve, which is... yeah, so that's kind of why this is called the Inevitability modifier, right? Because it means you can't really interact with it all that much. They just get stronger. I could Morsel in front. The Morsel, I mean, the hit doesn't really matter that much, so... fine. I could Extinguish for Forge 2, or I can use this to do a chunk. Interesting. I think the Forge is superior here, and we just sack it downstairs. We'll play the Rubble Morsel up top. We want scaling, I believe. Yes. Okay. And I'm going to freeze this boilerplate so I don't perish on the next turn, I believe. Yeah, just in case. We'll hold on to it. Okay, fine. Okay, it's tough. I need to draw a ping or something. Otherwise, I just take 8 upstairs, and that's a huge bummer. This is a reasonable Beacon's Light. Because it also stops the Resolve trigger, which is cool. Steel Polyclaw cannot move bosses. So I can and should consider what? Attacking here doesn't really do anything for me. So where do I put the Polyclaw? The Beacon's Light's kind of neat here, but I think the Polyclaw is probably just more important. I can salvage a salvage here pretty comfortably. Gives me 4 Ember, doesn't really help all that much, but we'll take it. Could have potentially held on to the scrap metal for this turn. Yeah, that's fair. That's okay. Alright, let's think. Is the Beacon's Light for saving 100 health more important than the Steel Polyclaw? I don't think that's even remotely true. I can potentially Steel Polyclaw middle and steal the guy off of top floor, preventing that hit to the Pyre, which is kind of nifty. It does mean I can't pull together a better floor up top, but I think we're probably going to be all right with that, right? Maybe I think mid-floor play, it's weird, but I think it's good. I think we then, it's going to be bizarre. I think I salvage the Beacon's Light and then use this for a super powerful boilerplate, which I am a big fan of. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this. We'll take it. Okay, sure. Obviously, I'm taking hits. Lifesteal doesn't help me here. It's fine. I could have put that in, you know, bottom or something, but it's okay. Space Prism. What is the Space Prism doing me? I don't actually know. There's maybe a world where I could have sentry turreted bottom and dragged units and then put the hoist there. Kind of interesting. But I want to make sure to pull the haste guys off of bottom. That is very important to me. Sure. I think it's reasonable. Let's play Shade Splitters. I'm going to sack the sentry turret, I suppose, somewhere. Yeah, fair enough. Let's just get rid of it. I'm going to look at the Spike Driver colony real quick. I'll take the guy that hits, I guess. I mean, he's just going to die. It doesn't actually matter, so goodbye. I will survive my mid-floor dudes. There's no reason not to. I'm not going to click the Conductor Steward here. I think we have a better upcoming play for that. It's next turn, most likely. Okay, fair enough. Now, here I have a ping. Good. We like pings. Give me the scrap metal. Top floor is looking solid. I can't salvage quite yet, so I think we're going to chill a bit. There's a scary dude on mid floor. I might drag him. First things first, I think we shoot a guy downstairs here. This top floor is doing like no damage to me. That's weird. I guess it's because the 9 and I don't know. There's just not a lot of damage coming in. Curious. So this mid floor is a problem, right? Because she's on this floor. So I think we need to either kill a dude or figure out a way to... Giving him Slay was a big mistake, wasn't it? I can drag him back, but then I have to leak this other thing. That's tough. Now, of course, he has Titan Skin 5. He will have Titan Skin 10. Can I do 20 damage to him? I can. So this is an interesting future play, is I think we double ping this fellow in middle here. Fascinating, right? I double ping him so he goes up at 120, and then 120 with... But he'll have Titan Skin 15 when he walks. He's gonna hit me 3 times for 18. I hate that because I'm gonna have to drag the sniper back down, right? But actually, another... Okay, yeah. So hitting him doesn't do anything for me. We need to hit a guy downstairs because I need to prevent this from hasting up. True. Very relevant. Good call. Extremely smart. Okay. I could have played the Weldling, but I don't think it's necessary. I want to pump numbers into... Well, the boilerplate's not getting it here, is it? No, I don't think so. What is the drag here? It's a good question. I don't think I have one, potentially. Oh, wait. No, I do have one. We drag the health morsel off of top floor, and then I just play the 1 forge point into Weldling upstairs, and he's now vibing. Yeah, that's good. That's correct. I'm just going to shoot, I guess, the... I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Put it in him in case I redraw something nifty here. I'm hitting the Forever Consume, but she's going to be on the wrong floor, so whatever. It's fine. Okay, we're clearing top. Clear most of bottom. This is the spicy one. This is Car Collapse. What a draw, right? 100% Car Collapse. Look at that hit. Look at this hit. Car Collapse, hero. Car Collapse. I'm so excited. We finally hit the perils, by the way. Very important. We get that in the back. Car Collapse does such extreme work here. Yeah, no world I don't click it. Huge value. I don't need any of this space anymore. We're fine. The floor has the 7 limit, so incredible. Now, bottom floor, we're going to pop this, see what I get. I'll take the Extinguish, sure, make sure it's off. Fair enough, you can tank. I'm going to separate this guy from his haster, and then I'm going to pump 800 damage into the lady in front. And I'm also going to go ahead and hit the Conductor Steward play here for even more damage. And we're chilling. Okay, cool. She's almost dead. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Cool, that's solid. We're going to go ahead and continue to put stacks in the back. I'm going to hit the full throttle because absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and salvage up on the scrap metal. We're going to put 12 forge points into this boilerplate to boost the weldling because that's survivability. And I'm going to just shoot a dude on middle. I'm going to separate Drix from her tank here. And then I will lay out everything else on middle, and that's fine with me. Tanking this is superior. It saves more than the difference, I'm pretty sure. I'm not going to do the math. It's okay. Whatever. Sure. I think we're doing all right here. Let's go ahead and grab a scrap metal, because we can. Lay out the rest of this to the best of our ability. I am probably going to click these calcified embers. I think we're generating enough otherwise, and removing cards is value. Extinguish Forge 2. Sure, why not? We love to see it. Yes, play it. Top floor looks good. I will take the rubble morsel because reasons. It's fine. I think pulling the flautist up is fine because it is a 0 and it does not actually matter here. We're chilling. We trample most of this. We get a lot of damage in because of the burst, which is kind of annoying that it gets wasted, but that's fine. We are doing it here. And she walks back downstairs. We take no damage. Incredible work. Now, I do have the ability to separate the tank on this floor, which means, right? Think about this. I can salvage what's coming up. Do I have a salvage coming up? I do. Amazing. Let's salvage a salvage. I'm actually going to salvage the Shade Splitter here. That's fine. And we chill. I want to see if I can connect this incredible Forever Consumed with the boss. And it looks like we come pretty close. So this scrap metal, it's interesting. What do we draw into? If I have the scrap metal in hand and the calcified ember, we vibe. I think we are in pretty solid state. I'm generating more armor than I am spending, which is great. The bottom floor held on pretty well, which is awesome news. And we are chilling, I think. I only hit the 1 here, which is a bit of a bummer. Yeah. True. Okay, so let's go ahead and salvage the scrap metal here. These are the same ultimately. I'll salvage the calcified ember for now because it is the same. I'm gonna go ahead and send her to the abyss, which seems good to me, right? Cool. I like Forever Consumed, y'all. That's a good card now. And then upstairs, we just absolutely send it here, right? Yeah, like, check it. We just buff here. It's great. This actually gets even better. Unbelievable. We hit full throttle, and then I almost win off the bat with Forever. I actually do if I just click Conductor Steward. We send it. It's fine. Easy. All right, looking pretty good there. Shroud Spike is a payoff that I'm very happy to grab. Yes, 100%. We take card draw, 100%. Big power-ups just there. Now, Arm Shop is strong, but there are 3 excellent hits on left. Right? 3, yeah, correct. And I'd like the health, honestly. Yeah, we go left. It's fine. I take 31 Pyre health. That feels good. We're going to go in on Glutton for sure. I need to scale here. We like that. The Armory says... Glass Cannon? No. Trap Shoot's not bad. We could use it to dunk enemies, which does mostly crush savagery on Titans. That's kind of cool. I don't really need to drag units up, right? It's an interesting thought experiment, right? I think we're okay there. I should grab this. Huh. Yeah, we can dunk them, and then I can take the steel pulley claw on the other floors and just really yank things around. Okay, yes. I'm still not happy about my position into savagery here, so we'll have to think about it. Glass Cannon could be good to grab just for... Where is he? Where's our friend? Weldling, taking 50 damage there is a lot of armor generated each turn. I wonder if that's superior. I am just currently giving him boilerplates, but it could be something else, right? I could... Maybe this Glass Cannon is better for him, huh? That's interesting. Trap Shoot really does cause a problem for... I have some answers, and I'm going to 2 magic shops, so I think I'm going to take the Glass Cannon here, not the Trap Shoot, because I also do like the ability of dragging Weldling up top without having to, like, you know, manipulate killing a morsel or something. So... fair enough. Double stack here goes into Beacon's Light. They show me something I'm happy about, so I will click it. Fair enough. I can take nothing if I want to re-roll and be able to afford stuff. It's like, what, 120? So I need 195, so I cannot take this intrinsic. I could take a, what, a plus 10 or something if I want to. I don't know if I care. A -1 on the Shroud Spike is legit, actually. 35, 195, I re-roll, I can afford. If I go 35, we go, yeah, 195 is correct. I re-roll at 75, which is 120, which is, I believe, the maximum cost. Hopefully that is still correct and I don't eat my words. Incredible. Okay, so... remove consume. Spell chain. Funny, because I could do the Spell Chain Shroud Spike into a Rubble Morsel nonsense and create a superhero. This is a classic play, and I could line it up potentially with the Echo of the Time Father, or I could attempt to play the Shroud Spike on multiple turns. Of course, the challenge will be I need to somehow get a Rubble Morsel on the floor, but it is doable. True. Spell Chain. At the worst, this is potentially spiking both on the floor. Yeah, I mean, this is really good. This is just so good with Glutton, especially with the Trample Stone loaded. I think we click it and we let this ride. I feel great about that. Now, obviously, we didn't hit the holdover, which I'm looking for Beacon's Light, but all right. Double stack at least buys me an extra turn. We're drawing through our deck a little bit faster. I'm going to target playing out the Calcified Ember, by the way. I also think when we move on... Is the Magic Shop still the best play? I think it is, right? I think it is. We've done as much as I think I care about here, so we move on. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Rax is the worst choice here, I think. Heaven's Seal. This is not a combat I'm particularly afraid of with Heaven's Seal. If this were, let's see. I mean, Savagery's fine. Like, Horde would be crazy. I think we can take this. Rax is a concern. I am still playing top floor. Maybe I can hold on to... If I get the Shroud Spike play, it doesn't matter. We're fine, right? It's true. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to play Conductor Steward upstairs. Of course, then we play into it. It's so nice that he has 55 health. We play the Morsel Maker. I will get Salvage Machine on the floor. I think it's correct. I'm then going to play Spike Driver, Morsel Master middle. Because if I roll into Sentry Turret here, he does a lot of work, right? It's actually quite good. Okay, we will play the Umbra Stone here. I will click Salvage Machine. I'm going to put the full throttle up top. I will take the Shade Splitter. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. I'm not clicking Time Father quite yet. I could have smelted the scrap metal on this turn, but I don't think I want to. Ability, boom. Or burst for more. I'll take the ability here and just put it on the floor for now. That's acceptable. We're going to have some problems with this piercing thing, but that's fine. Okay, I have the play. So this is the turn where I wish I had a salvage on hand. So I do not, however. So I think the most we're actually clearing this pretty well. I'd love to get the sentry turret in because I actually think this thing clocks most of the combat here, right? Because he does not use a trigger to fire. So we're about to see the power of this thing, I think. I go sentry turret middle. It slows me down a bunch, but I'm actually fine with it, right? And then we put the glass cannon on him and we're chilling. Now this could be a really good freeze floor. I actually think it is a really good freeze floor. We get the Weldling and the Pulley Claw and a Boilerplate in it. Yeah, we chill here. Okay, fine. Cool, we managed to clear the whole floor. He gats everything. Yeah, look at him. He just gats it all. And then we save the boom for next turn, and that's chillin', I think. We now can... Let's see. I do have salvages, so I'm going to play them. First on a scrap metal, second on the Vengeful Shard. It's good. I want Pulley Claw upstairs. Yes. I would like to Weldling downstairs. And then we're going to kidnap him. Bring him up top. Great news. I guess I'll click the Spike Driver, right? He could explode. You know, I'll be honest. If I can keep exploding these guys, I don't actually mind all that much. It's pretty fine with me. Just ba-boom. It doesn't do anything here, but like, I'll click it. You know, fair enough. 4. I can hold on to this, right? None of this really matters. I don't have to click cards right now. We are chilling. I think going forward, I should be playing the floor capacity on Spike Driver floor in case I have one of these guys vibing. This is like a good setup here, right? Glass Cannon on Sentry Turret is actually clearing all of Savagery's targets, which is pretty cool. And I could even use Hoist to just kidnap the Amalgams, so we're pretty fine. I think we just chill on this turn. I don't need to click anything because, you know, our lad is going to gat everything, right? See, he's actually kind of cracked here. You see the power? It's incredible. We love to see it. Cool. So we're just going to go ahead and go completely ridiculously hard here, and there's no reason not to, right? I just immediately go, hello, friend. How would you like to... I will click the Shade Splitter if I hit an Ember Morsel. Yeah, check this. So I can't do it upstairs, and that's kind of a bummer. I can do... Well, check this out. I can do Salvage into the Scrap Metal here. Very powerful. So unfortunately, that does mean I'm going to go Rubble Morsel middle, and we're going to spike a Rubble Morsel into the Spike Driver, which is suboptimal, but it will create a super play, which lets me go superhero mode upstairs. 838 wins. Let's be clear. I don't need to go 1252. So yeah, we go superhero mode upstairs, and Penumbra now wins the combat, right? Yeah, Penumbra just obliterates. If I had permafrosted this Beacon's Light, I think that would have actually sent ye old... what's his name? I'll be honest, this sentry turret is cracked right now. Absolutely loaded. My guy has gone so hard. But what I was trying to say is, if I had saved the Echo of the Time Father, I could have frozen the Beacon's Light and had it ready for the boss. But whatever, I don't care. This looks good. Fascinating. Let's see. If I can salvage something else, I will just pump numbers into this boilerplate, right? There's no reason not to. Ah, yeah. Look, I love this. The guy dies and he gives stuff, right? It's cool. I mean, I don't know if I actually need to do this right now. There's no reason to. I just chill. What if I just salvage the Umbra Assault? We're actually just fine. Yeah, sure, whatever. It doesn't matter to me, right? We just chill. Oh no, he hit me. I don't care. The cool thing is, because he hits so hard, he never actually uses his last ability. Dude, this sentry turret is cracked. He never actually fires his burst because he's insta-killing here, which is ridiculous. I'm going to get rid of the calcified ember for sure. Dude, this is ridiculous. This is wild what we're seeing here. Awesome. Here's some damage for my friend. We just kind of chill, right? It's fine. We're coming up on boilerplate. See, one more turn on salvage machine. Yeah, so I think what's going to happen is I should play this boilerplate out now, and then we can buff the other one later. Yeah, I think that's accurate. Cool. There's really no reason to kidnap anything here. We're just chilling. We have so much power. It's so good. I have to be clear with you. It is so good. The sentry turret just gatting everything back there is awesome. Absolutely awesome. We're going to go ahead and salvage the scrap metal on this turn. I'm going to car collapse on middle because it's a double heavy floor, right? True. But I think I salvaged the salvage first, which is fine. And then I am going to immediately boilerplate this, I think. We'll just do our absolute best here. There's no reason not to. I guess I just put this in front because he needs some damage or something. Why not? We'll look at the spike driver. Explosive, great. We love to see explosive. This is actually why I clicked this first, because I could have gotten it, then I can car collapse this. Incredible. I'm going to save the forever consumed because I can use it and just send it to my lad. Although he has spell shield, so it kind of doesn't matter, right? It's fine. Full gat. Absolute full gat. We get it. We love to see it. Now, unfortunately, I do have the Beacon's Light, which does mean we don't get what we want, but that's fine. I'm pretty sure we just absolutely insta-gib this dude when we click on Conductor Steward. I am going to take the Beacon's Light, though, right? No reason not to. Fun. Cool. Just daze enemies. Push numbers. Why not? And just salvage random stuff. I am actually going to shoot a dude upstairs. It seems good. It saves me the burst for next turn. We're chilling. Cool. We win, obviously. We actually do a respectable amount of damage here and drain some rage, which is kind of fun. Sure, why not? Alright, cool. Anyway, click on Conductor Steward and W. Good job. We love to see it. Amazing. Alright, that was excellent. We love that. Void Binding is hard to go wrong with. Ember Cache is just objectively good. I do not have etch triggers, but that card is solid. It's true. You can do some silly things with it. Generate a lot of Ember, draw. It replaces itself, kinda. It actually does better than replace itself eventually, because it's draw 3, and if you chain them, it's like you can generate a lot for spikes or something. This random sentry turret's actually kind of cracked. Just give it a glass cannon and chill. Void binding is probably smart, right? Probably pretty smart. Yeah, I think it's pretty smart to grab the void binding here. Sure, we'll take it. Am I gonna take another car collapse? Don't mind if I do. It is just good to have multiples. We go to the right because I think we're fine otherwise. There's a lot of things we can still see at a magic shop here, right? And the dupe is solid. True. The dupe could be either full throttle or shroud spike, actually. We could do some silly things with it. We get cash as well, which I like. All right. Units get an extra upgrade slot. Well, that's a bummer. Morsels enter with damage shield 1. That's a crazy scaling bonus for survivability, but the thing is I'm not tanking with morsels. I'll think about it. Let's look at the magic shop here. We do see the holdover, so Beacon's Light is cracked here. This is going to just absolutely obliterate everything. It is going to slow us down on Dominion. It puts us in the Dominion waiting room, but it does mean that essentially Savagery, nothing threatens us once we draw it, so yeah, absolutely. And I can super play it, right? Just hit the perils of production first. -2 in consume. This is a removal, ostensibly, so let's do it. Cut a shade splitter with it. Permafrost? Maybe. Maybe something? I don't know. I don't think so. I might buy a bunch of removals. The dupe is now a question mark, right? The dupe could be the full throttle, but those get spent quickly. I think there's also an argument for Conductor Steward, right? Make another one of these guys, and he just kind of slams. But I actually think, in truth, we just make huge Penumbra. One-time swing is good, and we maybe increase the density on the perils. The perils is good. The thing is one Shroud Spike is enough to win here, so I don't know if we actually need to have 2. Sure, the big number is nice, but when you have 1,000 health plus whatever the heck else is going on, we're fine. It's more about Perils of Production number 2. That means that, where is he? Weldling is going to be doing more, and it also means that we generate more Ember, which has impact on, Forever Consumed and Shroud Spike, but also means we're more likely to draw it sooner, which I actually really appreciate. So, okay, I'm going to think if I actually want to re-roll that shop, but for now we're going to look at the trinket shop. I can discard random stuff in deployment. I am playing everything, so it doesn't matter. I don't think Winged Technology is doing it for me. I'm going to be dazing everything anyway, so mid-floor should be pretty much immortal. Friendly units enter with burst 1 is kind of whatever, I guess. Well, alright, that's not that impressive. Is there something else I could do? A permafrost on like a salvage means that I always have it for an important turn, which is maybe cool. It's also kind of a removal if I don't want to click it at any point. Okay. 20 in consume. I mean, I just do that on Umbra, more assault actually. We'll spin here. We'll look at it, sure. Intrinsic. Shame we didn't get Lightstone casing, but fine, I guess. We are going to take damage from amalgams, by the way. I am going to steal them to the best of my ability, but fair enough. I will double stack the Void Binding. That seems cool, and I guess I'll make it free. Sure. That feels effective. Plus 10 doesn't matter. Once I draw the Beacon's Light, we're golden. I think I buy removals now over anything else, right? We just cut. I don't want to cut Shade Splitters too much because they are valuable to me. It's interesting, right? I don't want to cut them all, but I would be okay cutting a couple. Yeah, I'm going to cut a Shade Splitter. I don't want to cut them all. What is the other removal here, though? If I lose the Sentry Turret, I'm going to need this Antumbra Assault, probably, so I think we just chill on that. Morsel Master is probably the least effective unit here right now, but he is free is the thing, right? Because he just kind of pops out and there's nothing better I'm doing in deployment. So I think we're kind of chilling. So because I don't need to spend this, I think I just buy tuning gear and we chill. The Refined Void is whatever. Breath of Heaven is awful. Tuning gear is, yeah, it's fine, right? Sure. Let me just verify that there's nothing at this magic shop I care about more. Intrinsic is technically a removal. It sure is. I could technically remove a card with it. What if we just intrinsic the Space Prism? This is a removal, kind of, because it means I don't have to draw it with my normal card draw. And I think it's actually more impactful. So, alright, yeah, fair enough. It's fine. I'll put a +10 into something. I may as well spend the dollars, right? It doesn't matter. Sure. Okay, now the dupe here, a lot of questions as to what it could be. Boilerplate's pretty good, 108 armor is chillin'. There's a lot of good targets, Full Throttle's good, Forever Consumed is good. Think I'm still locking in on perils currently. The second best one is Shroud Spike, but if I'm being honest with you, the whole run kind of operates and lives and dies on drawing the perils, and I have 34 cards in my deck and I'm only drawing 6. So I think having a second copy is a safe play. This is not the strongest play, it is the safest play. This is very much informed by some historical stuff I've talked about. I think one of the best strategies, and an important thing to consider, is density of critical cards. Obviously, things in Monster Train 2 are a little different, because deployment means you're not struggling for this quite as much, but you're still seeing it, right? Perils is a big deal. Too bad I didn't see Lightstone Casing. I would have made it intrinsic, and then it would not have mattered, and I would have taken the Shroud Spike instead. But we did what we had to do. We're moving on. I think we've got this, right? I have a lot of ways of solving these problems, and yeah, we're definitely going to take some damage here, right? There's no avoiding it. I want to play middle with the Spike Driver because he protects Sentry Turret. Yes, he protects the Sentry Turret. We're going to play Conductor Steward first upstairs. Yes, we face tank a little bit. Now, obviously, there is some concern with card draw sequencing here. I need to hit an answer to not just lose Penumbra on turn 1, which we found. There was pretty high likelihood that we saw something. Now, obviously, this does mean... Let's see. A few things, right? So playing the Morsel Jeweler does result in tanking here, but unfortunately it means we don't get the Weldling in the way we want to. We can drag him up later, it's fine. I think we have to face tank here for my friend. It is a requirement. I also think the Trample Stone is too important. I'm going to click Salvage Machine here. I think I need to play too many cards, so I need this energy right now. True. I also think, this is going to seem strange, I need to salvage the Vengeful Shard, and I think I need to put all 4 of these into Sentry Turret on middle, right? Yes. And then I will play Weldling as well. Yes. Now, who gets... I'm going to take Space Middle so that I can play everything else. We are going to extinguish Spike Driver play and just sack it downstairs. That's fine. This generates something. It also prevents... We don't get the Rage in the back. We chill on the rest of this. We're looking okay for turn 1. Okay. We do Gat on middle. It's important. Okay. We actually hit the Beacon's Light, which is pretty mission critical here. So this is going to be Beacon's Light 10 times out of 10. There were a lot of hits here that could have done it, but this was one of them. Beacon's Light is the most important card in the deck right now. Great. I'm definitely hitting the freeze on this turn. I need these cards in hand. Yes. I'm drawing 6. I am going to play the Shade Splitter here just to be able to draw more cards. And I'll put out some morsels here. We may as well scale that. Yeah. I want to save the Shade Splitter and try to line it up with the Shroud Spike on a big turn. So that's good. Great. I need to do enough damage. Fortunately, the Gat guy is doing excellent work. We do hit Car Collapse as well. Top floor's not looking great, but we do have... Man, see, again, we haven't hit the important card here. It's true. We haven't hit the mission critical card here. So, first things first. Man, I have a salvage. What do I salvage here? Interesting. I think I Car Collapse upstairs and we play full throttle and we clear top. But then I don't have Beacon's Light anymore. I think I need to click Beacon's Light and there's kind of no way around it. But I think I can salvage, hopefully. The problem is, what do you salvage here? There's nothing great to burn out. Okay, so I think we click Beacon's Light regardless. The Daze is too important. I'm going to hit the Car Collapse upstairs. Right, 105. He stays 3. He'll have Daze 2. Yeah, I have to Car Collapse up top. True. Okay, now this man is dead. He walks up, he dies. Good job. Mid-floor is scary. Let's click the Spike Driver here. Okay, great. The Extinguish for Forge is fine. We just sack him. Good job. He actually baits Seraph, which I'm fine with. We are going to Car Collapse something else here, but it's probably not on this turn. I think I wait on the second Car Collapse. Okay. You're seeing it here, though. I'm bottom decking both perils, which is scary. But we drew enough answers to this that I don't fear, right? We're doing okay. Putting stats in Sentry Turret was huge, by the way. Mission critical. Okay, we see answers. All right, so here's the first move. We finally get to draw Ember. We're feeling better. I'm going to buff Weldling, absolutely. He is the mission critical play. Okay. We click Salvage Machine. I click Salvage on Scrap Metal. Incredible. I think this could be the Shroud Spike turn that wins the game. So click the Shade Splitter first. Okay, it's not the Shroud Spike turn that wins the game. This is actually very important to recognize. We just play it out and we chill. Now, instead, we're going to play aggressively in a different way. I'm going to steal. We kidnap the Weldling. I am going to Glass Cannon the Sentry Turret hero. We play this out. I hit the Beacon's Light here. It's important. I think I am clicking Forge on... I'll put the boilerplate in, yeah. True. We'll just play that boilerplate angle. I could have put it in back, but I think this is superior. I'm going to hit the Conductor Steward play. This works out because you see the tree trample through. We do at least a little bit of damage here. This is acceptable. Yes, this guy's going to walk to the Pyre and get shot. And that is acceptable. Meanwhile, we have the Gat on middle, which clears all back lines. Huge. Okay, we continue scaling here. It looks good. We love it. Mid-floor creates a lad that does give me some forge on death. We love that too. I am going to click Beacon's Light because let me tell you, it is correct to do it. I am going to send something upstairs to the Shadow Realm, I think, with a Permafrost Forever Consumed play here on this one. This seems solid. I think the answer for Void Binding could be unironically putting it on Sentry Turret because he gats the floor in a very powerful way. And we're starting to see more heavies. Oh, don't shoot him. Goodness. Make sure we actually, power him up, I think. That's solid. And, okay. I can steal somebody. Who do I steal? I don't think I steal anyone. We just send this guy to the dust, and the top guy does die to the Pyre. Good. Mid-floor is scary. This is the last scary floor, I think. So I think we need to respect. 105 times 4 is 420. So putting him under 420 just in case he walks fully is good enough for me. Okay, we have a lot of holdover cards. Is sort of the problem we're running into right now. I'm not drawing into enough stuff. I could just commit the Shroud Spike at some point. When I need to, I will. So here, first things first. I think the Gat is so strong. I'm gonna put some numbers on him, and then put some numbers up top. It's still good. I am going to, yeah. So you see what happens. I Beacon's Light here for sure. Look at this. He walks up with 4. This is not ideal, right? Because 420. How about the math? 232. These guys do 237. Let's see. None of them push it. So the way we get past this is I think we just give up the ghost on the Shroud Spike play and we spike for offensive damage. This is game winning enough, right? True. We just don't mess around. I don't want to walk this guy because he will hit me for some obscene amount of damage. It's actually just 9, but there's no reason to take the 9. So we just click this and spike there, and it's acceptable. And I will click again in the front because this does give me a 2x, which is acceptable as well. Very well. That is enough to cleave through. Great. Wonderful. It's enough to win the combat, and even if it's not amazing, it's okay. We have the Gat in middle, which is just insane. The value, man. The value. All right, let's go upstairs. We are going to continue to generate armor and then also to buff in middle. I think it's important to get a Void Binding in on both in case something walks that can actually cause problems. That's Beacon's Light, of course. There's no real reason to kidnap an enemy at any point, right? I mean, I'll take the salvage machine. We'll see. I'm going to save the Conductor Steward. We have the ammunition to be very safe about this, which is very good. I actually have the big beefy lad downstairs who can bite somebody. There you go, man. Get him. I'm just going to salvage. What's coming up? We should see these things, right? It's fine. I'm just going to salvage a salvage and get it out of there. That's all right. Cool. We are gatting. We're doing great. I think we have this under control. Thank you, Sentry Turret. Extremely neat. Now, immediately you're going to be like, hey, wait, that doesn't work, right? Like, we're going to waste all of the dazed. But we're actually just fine, right? We are just fine. Let's buff upstairs. For sure. This is salvage the Vengeful Shard. I do go ahead and Arc Collapse here. For sure. I'm then going to kidnap one of the amalgams. And the reason is because they have to, their days is going to run out and they are going to have to hit my floor. So if I kidnap them, it's fine. And then we put the Beacon's Light up top, and that's okay. This guy will walk up and will hit me, so I'm going to click Conductor Steward here, which clears the floor. Seems solid. Okay, so we're taking what, like 3 or something? It's fine. Yeah, this guy will walk and hit me for 5. Yeah, we take 5. We actually do kill on mid, or kill the amalgam at least, which is important. We continue scaling and back. Nothing really to change here. I may as well play the Shade Splitter. Sure, bud. Get him, right? Let's click the Spike Driver first, see what we get. We can explode. Amazing. Yeah, sure. All right, here you go. Now, there's not much left that I could hit. The Boilerplate, I guess, could be redrawn. Maybe. Possibly. Does not really matter. I think I just play Super Spike Driver here for 53. And he murders some dudes. I guess there's a chance, right? Alright, there's a chance. I'm not that pressed about it. I can actually also just kidnap this amalgam, and that works. Which is kind of funny, I suppose. What if I kidnap him? Is that better? He has 23, he's dead no matter what. Alright, sure, I'll kidnap him. Great. Get him. And then I can push 880 into the boss. I'm okay with that math. Seems good. Spike Driver here is... doesn't matter, right? Certainly does not. Here you go, bud. And then we just blow this man up for 50. That would have done, like, a non-zero amount of damage. It's kind of funny to think about. It's okay. We clear top, no problem. Managed to push some numbers here, which is pretty fun. Sentry Turret doing excellent work in the back. He's honestly great. Sentry Turret's fantastic. I was giving him some dirt early on in the combat, but push like 3,000 here. Cool. Whatever. This is fine. We easy win this combat from this position. I didn't get the chance to use the forge points, but I also don't care. Just send it. Oh no, he's dazed. Dang. Whatever will I do? Aw, heck. Jeez. Just absolutely send him. Cool. So this is good. It's not as glamorous as I would have liked, but we only took 5, which is very impressive for not playing bottom floor there. We will fight the Titans, of course. Yes, absolutely. Now, I think we crush this. It's going to be a slog because we are going to Super Daze the minion, but that's okay, right? Sequencing. Conductor Steward first up top. Nothing really changes about our sequencing here. We just make sure he's in front, and then the rest of this plays together, and that's fine. There's actually an argument for putting Salvage Machine with your boy Sentry Turret, but just think about it. We're always going to put Spike Driver here. Yes. Make sure Morsel Maker is upstairs, right? So, like, play the obvious choices here. All right, great. So, Sentry Turret takes 2, but then I can fit the Morsel. But if I play Space Prism here, you can play Salvage Machine. It's interesting, right? I actually kind of like the Salvage Machine middle play. It's not a great opportunity to start experimenting, but I think we are in control, and I did put the Intrinsic on a Space Prism, so I'm pretty okay with that. Press end, turn, yes. Okay, now the hardest part of this deck is going to be drawing the most important threat, which is the enemy, drawing the Daze card. So, things that must be done. First of all, click Shade Splitter. Oh man, the Rubble Morsel exists. We must play Umbra Stone. Man, do I just freeze this turn right out the gate? Maybe, right? Click the Salvage Machine. We want to get that on timer. Spike Driver 31. I don't need to be fancy. So upstairs, we're going to take just Rando Bud. I just need to tank for Penumbra so he doesn't get the corruption. And then this also takes the hit from entropy. It's perfect. I think we freeze this floor, this hand straight up. It is incredible. We have Rubble Morsel Shroud Spike in play. I am going to salvage the Curse of Entropy just to get rid of it. Then I can play the Vengeful Shard, and we vibe on the rest of this, right? Solid, yeah? Very solid, in fact. Okay. This is huge. This is a great turn, because I get Sentry Turret with Glass Cannon. That's huge. So, first things first, I wish to salvage. There's no etch triggers. This order doesn't matter. I salvage the scrap metal. I need this ember here. Then I wish to... I can Entumber Assault and get rid of the Supplicant, which is actually huge. But I think we're going to first put the three Forge points into Sentry Turret, right? Yes. Drop him. Important. Okay, then I must play Glass Cannon on him. Important. He clears floors now. So the next piece of this, I Entumbra Assault the Cursed Friend in bottom, or back there, rather. Okay, we are taking Corruption in top now. It's a bummer. I am going to eat dirt a little bit on Spike Driver Factory. It'll have to be alright. We play out the Excavator on middle. He gets some lifesteal. Deal with it. I'm going to hit the Pyre Light on this turn. Great. I'm going to sack this Magma Morsel. Okay, we chill on the rest of our hand. I'm still drawing 6 here. I am waiting for the... Once I hit the perils, I can create a super turn here. So we just need to chill a little. I have the Car Collapse on lock, which is big. Okay, yes. Fair enough. Looking okay. We have the Gats, which is excellent. They walk and we gat most of the floor out. Incredible. Our collapse exists. It's good. We like that. Okay. First things first, I think we are... I would like to... I still haven't hit any of my stuff. Man, tell you what, the bottom decking of the perils is a mess. But we have tools. I just need to think about how to play these turns. So I can shoot somebody. The Gat is doing enough damage to kill, so that's good. I could Car Collapse middle and save some Corruption. It's important, potentially. It's a bad Conductor Steward turn, but I might have to do it. I am playing the best boilerplate I have on our friend here. I think it's important. Yeah, I do want to play the best boilerplate a friend's got. He needs the armor to survive. This is just straight up impactful. Yeah, that's mission critical. I guess I may as well put the forge points into it. Sure, bud. Get a little extra stats. Great. The other one, I don't have the Weldling yet, so I kinda don't care. Fair. Look at what the Spike Driver is here. You Exploder? You're not an Exploder, you're a tanker. Just sack him. I need the space on middle for the Rubble Morsel later, which should be soon. So hit that Spike Driver and just sack it downstairs, I guess, right? There's nothing too fancy about this here. I guess I could shoot it, maybe. It's not bad. I'll play the other Shade Splitter, it doesn't matter. Nah, whatever, we're fine, right? We're actually okay. I'm going to Magma Morsel here. Yes, it's important. I actually think we put the other boilerplate into Spike Driver Factory here. This seems impactful enough. What, 999, 18, 28, 40? I don't kill here. I could Car Collapse. I do think I actually will Car Collapse. No, I can't. I need the space on middle. Don't make this mistake. Do not make this mistake. I think we hit the Pyre Light here. And then I am going to put the armor on Spike Driver Buddy. I need him to live a little longer so this sentry turret doesn't collapse. This floor is taking a lot of punishment. Yes. Good. Let's shoot something. This actually does kill them both. Great. I'm going to sack the Spike Driver. I should probably not have even played it. I don't want to give them bonus damage. I think we don't play it. I could just car collapse out bottom. I think I actually just buy this turn entirely and we Spike Driver and car collapse out the bottom here entirely. Yeah. That gets rid of that floor. I'm good with it. Okay. I may as well click Conductor Steward, right? Yeah, sure. Stab him for, I don't know, like 200. It's fine. Okay. Oh, I see. The Pyre Light is getting in the way of my draws. It's a bummer, but I think it's fine. Okay. Man, rough. Still haven't hit anything. I think I need to play out this other salvage here, even if it causes me problems, right? Ugh. Even if it causes me problems. I hate it. I hate it a lot. I'm going to go ahead and salvage one on the Vengeful Shard. And Shade Splitter, which is fine. Rubble Morsel. Tank it on middle. This is fine. It prevents some damage. I can put the Pulley Claw up top, which is acceptable as well. This is fine, right? I'm going to play the other Car Collapse just to get it out of the hand since we're generating Pyre Lights. I know this is obviously suboptimal, but I need to draw cards. It's very important. Yes, it's just critical. Okay, fine. Cool, we draw 6. Don't be the bottom 4 cards of my deck, please, Mr. Monster Train. Bottom 5. You know what it'll have to do? It will have to do. Okay, we're going to click everything we need to here. The first thing is I literally must play some of these things. We're going to buff the Gat on middle. It's good. Okay. We're just going in, and you can't stop me. I'm going to go ahead and click Rubble Morsel middle here. Yes, important. I'm going to then spike it at 10. I'm actually going to click Salvage Machine first. Wait, I'm a genius, and I scrap that for 3 more Ember, and then I'm playing it at 13. Incredible. Now, I do have to play Beacon's Light. I must give up this play. Mission critical. The Weldling will not land, and that is going to have to be alright. I am now going to Shroud Spike for 900 health. I think the survivability matters more, and 958 damage is enough. Yeah. This is fine. Cool. Great, and I just click Curse of Entropy. Oh no, it's fine, whatever. Sure. Make a Spike Driver. He explodes, incredible. There you go, bud. Blow up that man. Alright, and we chill. Okay, fine. We did a pretty good job here. I could have pulled up that other morsel. It would have been fine. We do the Gats here. That's solid. We love to see it. This floor is a nightmare. This turn is a nightmare, but we're doing the best we can. I don't care about this incant because everything is dazed. It's true. I need to do some spell shield hits upstairs, I think. True. I guess I could just push a big number here, but I'm going to hit the Conductor Steward, and that basically kills him. And then we play out a bunch of Curses of Entropy because I guess you have to. Unfortunate, but I need to keep the Sentry Turret doing enough damage that he actually kills enemies. Unfortunately, he will... I guess some of this will tick down equivalently, so he does not kill the Sniper, sadly, but whatever. Alright, fair enough. Now, I actually... A fun thought experiment is if... Oh my gosh, I forgot. If I hoist from middle, he gats out the mid floor. Really? Crazy. Amazing. This is good because this guy walks and then gets shot an extra time, which is huge. It is huge. We buff on middle for sure. I do want to put the Void Binding there, I think. We want to daze everything again, obviously. It's crazy. I forget that the shift does work the way you want to here. Absolutely bonkers. So if I just kidnap somebody, he completely sends the rest of the floor, which is awesome. And then they swing, and that's cool. We like that. Sure, kidnap a man and then just kill everything. Great news. We have to play curses, sadly. It's fine. I'll create a guy. You're an exploder? No, you don't? That's fine. We can tank it here. Amazing. Great. I think we're doing just fine here. Right? We are doing just fine. There's nothing too complex about what's happening. We just kind of click cards, right? We do the best. I think the most important person to keep buffed up is, in fact, the sentry turret. Continue to Beacon's Light. It's fine. I will click full throttle, which kills my man upstairs. I'll hit the Curse of Entropy. There's nothing really I can do to play anything faster here. So I think we kind of just chill. Sure, right? Sure. Fair enough. We pretty much can't lose at this point. We have all the pieces. The hardest part of the combat was the first, like, few seconds. But after that, it's like, whatever, man, right? None of that matters. None of that matters. Hit that Beacon's Light. We love it. Now, I am trampling through here, so I can't do the same trick where I bait an enemy upstairs. I'm going to shoot him with Umbra Assault, get through some Spell Shield, maybe. That could be cool. I could have him attack just straight up, just fire away. Most of my guys are sapped out, but 1,000 damage is still 1,000 damage, it turns out. Whatever. We just stick this guy in front. Actually, I click a Shade Splitter, because we have it. Look at that. Amazing. Scaling, or something. Well done, I guess. I may as well salvage here. I don't really see a reason not to. I could just use this Ember for something, but whatever, right? Doesn't matter at all. Here, I'll scrap it, and then we'll push 960 into a Spell Shield upstairs just because I'm upset about it. Right? It's whatever. Pull this man up, get the others. He does die, though. Yeah, you can see it because he tramples through. It's fine, though. I don't actually mind at all. No big deal. Great. So we actually are strong enough in the back that I do gat out the silencer entirely, which is, to be clear, hilarious to me. So that's awesome. I am going to play... Wait for it. I guess I may as well salvage the Curse of Entropy so I don't have to do it. I'm going to drop Weldling with a bunch of Forge Points here. And then I'm going to kidnap him upstairs so he gives me armor, which is cool. Then we daze everything again, of course, obviously. And we chill. Cool. We have it. I just need to... I could honestly, I think, just play... I think we just play the Perils into... Yeah, we just play the Perils into the Beacon's Light and nothing else, and we're fine, right? There's nothing fancy here at all about anything we're doing. Right. Okay, we just click fast, I think. We don't have to do a lot of this other stuff. Right? It doesn't matter. True. We will win very shortly. Just play the important stuff here. Great, whatever. Beacon's Light, fine. I'm going to salvage a Curse of Entropy just so I don't have to use it. Whatever, sure, we're fine. Continue clicking cards. We're going through the motions now. We have the victory. I'm in the waiting room because I'm dazing the guy. This is honestly my own fault. And, you know, that's acceptable. I do want to boost this man a little bit. Great, we're boosting them a little bit evenly. Shade Splitter. I hardly know her. Alright, fair enough. Curse of Entropy, I guess, fair enough. Whatever. Click cards. We're doing the thing. Amazing. Alright, one more turn. We finally have it, right? He should just perish here. Good. We just have to make sure I don't take my Pyre damage, because why would I? Amazing. We finally have it. Turn 14. Alright, I mean, with the Beacon's Light, we had it on lock. It was just going through the motions. The only interesting turns on that Titan combat were the first, like, 5. You can see what happened and why I dupe those perils. We had just the struggle that came from that. Just so much work needed in order to keep the floors alive. A lot of those other drafts specifically to solve that problem. Anyway, we unlock what? Cave-In? Sure. Abandoned Antumbra? Great. What is this next? Kindle? I would have loved it on that combat. Alloyed Construct. You know, I forgot he's not even unlocked by default. He's such a good unit. Jeez. Alright, we get level 8 of Railforged. Well, there's Herschel's Hammer. I guess I assumed I had already unlocked it. Steel Stockpile. Conserve up to 10 forge points between battles. That's fun. Great. A victory. We love to see it. Mastering a whole bunch of stuff. There we go. Amazing work. Team. Let it click through these things. A wonderful. Ah, what good progress. Amazing. Back up. Run summary. Excellent. Gold medal run. Incredible work, team. So this is a very fun run where I'll be honest with you, I think Glutton Penumbra excels in Monster Train 2, where it failed in Monster Train 1. Obviously, getting a little bit of extra stats matters a lot, but the other part that really helps is equipment. You can do a lot of fun things with equipment now, and obviously magic shop upgrades on things like Shroud Spike, right? Obviously, I hit Trample here, which makes a huge difference, but I could have gone hunting for like a Void Armament instead, which would have been multi-strike form, or I could have taken the earlier Furnace Tap that I did in fact skip. So now at that one, I took, I believe it was the Sentry Turret instead, and I'm going to be honest with you, this random Sentry Turret actually became my core backline solution after I hit that Glass Cannon. So that is kind of just how it goes, right? It's basically an Inferno room that I can put Rage on, which is kind of wild. So this card is nuts. I think Sentry Turret is probably one of the strongest cards in the game, but yeah, absolutely bonkers. Fantastic little guy. Morsel Maker did great work. Random Morsel Master did good work too. Of course, Spell Chain Shroud Spike doing huge efforts as well. We love to see it, wherever that is in this list somewhere. There it is. Incredible. The rest of this is just very solid. I think we did everything right. We played it well. Beacon's Light was huge. We finally found the stuff we needed for it much later, and that was well worth it. So the double sack made this just even more brutal. So it was slow, obviously, right? You know, this is like 13 turns into the Titans, but we did get there, so. But we got it. So, and I didn't take a single other relic besides the starter relic. So, you know what? Why even take these things? Doesn't matter. Oh, by the way, Forever Consumed rocks. This card was killing it out there. It doesn't take much before this thing pulls 500 and just just KOs a gladiator, no problem. What a fun run. Very exciting. Even though, you know, the last few turns were probably obvious, and you may have been able to tune out for it, but I think it was very solid overall. Anyway, it's been 2 hours and 18 minutes, I guess. I don't know how. I feel like this has been going fast, but maybe not. So I'll let you go. Hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.